But bonsoir, y'all. Oh, maybe I'm not live. It says going live. I don't know.
We may or may not have been live.
We may or may not have been live during me apologizing for the mess. So, bonsoir, y'all. My name is Bridget. This is my husband, Dan. We are the magical duo behind Witches Unite. And we have my friend, Lynette, from Wizard PhD, also here. And y'all know that later this evening, James of XpectoGO will also be joining us. At which point, Dan will fix the video thingies again. So, Lynette, what's going on? How's life?
Oh man, I'm tired. It's end of semester for me, so I'm like, I have all these meetings and grading and all that, but I've been, going each day, one day at a time. I laughed at your tweet because I also took a nap today
Yes.
in preparation for this.
I
gotta get that rest.
I was writing and I just realized that I kept looking at the same paragraph over and over again, and at that point, there's no purpose in continuing because you're just stuck. So I was like, I'm just going to go take a nap before it gets too late to take a nap. So I took a nap from 5:15 to 6:15. Highly recommend it. I did not want to wake up when, I'm not going to say her name, you know who, went off at 6:15. And I also got really confused when she started beeping, and I was like, what is that noise? And why is Dan not turning her off? So, yeah, she's a good, when I take a nap downstairs, she's in the kitchen, so the sound is, like, just loud enough to wake me up, but it's not as obnoxious as my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I am jealous of all the ingredients you have around you. I'm looking at your phone screen right now. I would love to have that at my house.
Yeah, and I've
like
actually...
the Rumpenhorn right there, I will pick that and Rumpenhorn right up. Like, please, yes, please.
Yeah, we get a lot of ingredients and spell energy and decent trace density at our house. I mean, as you can see, the traces themselves usually aren't that exciting, but density is definitely really good at our house. So, all right, we're going to try and get some greetings on real quick. So, I'm going to scroll back up to see who all is here. Hey, Steph. Y'all, shout out to Steph for doing super promo for me, especially since I'm taking a page from Lynette's book and trying to cut way back on my social media usage. I don't even think I tweeted out a link to this. I should probably do that.
Funny because I was looking for the link and I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll just promote it on Discord. Because I've just been communicating with people via Discord for the last month and a half. Just keep it going.
I like it, and I'm less likely to waste time on Discord the way I am on Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I finally deleted Twitter and Facebook off of my my Pixel, which is what I usually use. So I only have them on my iPhone now. I ended up re-adding Twitter to my Pixel after a couple of days, but I only am logged into the hub there because I realized
that's good.
It's such a pain if I want to do screenshots from the game. Trying to then like email them to myself to use TweetDeck on my computer. So, okay, y'all, I'm going to say hello to everybody after I remember to send out a tweet. So,
Dan, do a dance, or I don't know. I feel like we should be like do 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 do.
Sorry, I'm opening gifts. Thank you for the runestone gift, by the way, Lynette.
Ooh, yeah.
I only have an ingredient gift right now, so I'm going to hold off sending you one.
I only get runestone gifts because I don't go outside. I'm like, oh, hey, have this runestone.
I got several gifts today. I was really excited because we went to the mountain near us and played for half an hour. So I was able to visit 2 inns twice each and the one greenhouse twice. So I was able to get 6 gifts, and I was very excited. Okay, so John is here, Psycho CPA. I'm very much enjoying my candy advent calendar, and I even shared a few candies with Dan. Steph, hello. I am really sad that I'm not going to see you for a while because we're not going home for Christmas this year. So, and y'all, Steph lives near my hometown, so we usually meet up to play 6 feet apart. when we can. Harry Potter is here, and let's see, Anthony Constant, Jasper Jack, hey, Sarah Parsons, welcome. Wonder Woman, how is it in the future? Is the world better yet? So,
how's 2021 over there?
Yeah. How's the vaccine going? Are we all cured yet? Hey, Joshua, welcome. Hey, Maddie. Okay, so I know you're Glim Starlight, but there's only an E and not an IE. So is Maddie the correct pronunciation of your name, or do you pronounce it a different way? Let me know. As someone who people are either misspelling my name or pronouncing it incorrectly. That's happens to me a lot. There's
I
one
blame
T.
community.
There's one T. Yeah, it's community's fault. Daisha? Also, let me know if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Cindy, hey. Cindy, you're so nice to Dan. I was seeing your comment. Bless him for dealing with all the technical issues. He is wonderful. He's a good, helpful husband. So, Brendan, hey, what's up? Victoria. Yeah, Brendan, Cindy is so nice. She's not going to pile on. So supportive. Dawn, welcome. Snazaroon. Free to roam in Melbourne. Oh, that sounds wonderful. The future is not raining. Yeah, that's good. Sunshine is nice. We had a really nice day here in Georgia. The high was in the 60s. We just wore like jeans and sweatshirts out the mountains. So very nice. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Killer Axe. I appreciate that. So I do, now that I've said hello to everyone, and I do want to talk a little bit about why I decided to start the fundraiser in the Wizards Unite community, Unite Against Hunger. So I don't even know where to start because there's like so much that I want to share. Hunger sucks, okay? So I've never had to worry about having food at home, food on the table. But I do know from having Crohn's disease what it's like not being allowed to eat. And so I do know what it's like to be hungry from, a couple of days of only IV fluids and like no actual food in my stomach. And that just a couple of days is really painful and uncomfortable. And so I can't imagine on a regular basis going to bed hungry. And yet that is a global issue. And to be honest, the fact that, the United States is, depending on which metric you look at, one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Like, definitely near the top. Sorry, that's not data that I looked at before this live stream. And people in our country, like, shouldn't be going hungry. Like, the fact that not like so many people don't have enough food is just really, really sad. And the pandemic has just made everything worse. I was reading an article on the Washington Post today that says that shoplifting has been really up in the pandemic. And it's for basic needs. It's for things like diapers, rice, packages of meat, things like that, and it's because people can't afford to buy the basics that they need to survive. And the current status of hunger in the United States is like record high. It says that, so the Census Bureau started collecting the data in 98, so we only have like 22 years worth of data, but there's more hunger today than we've seen in the last 22 years. And I just think that that's really sad. And I think that we should do something about it, if we're able. So Dan and I have been very blessed during this pandemic. His job has been steady. He hasn't had to, there hasn't been any furloughs at his job. There hasn't been any like partial pay cuts or anything like that. The only thing that we might miss out on is, he might not get a raise. So we we're really fortunate. And for that reason, we will match the first $1,000 that is raised for this campaign. So once this campaign reaches $1,000, we will donate $1,000 ourselves to reach the overall goal of 2,000. The link is in the description, and I will also share it in chat. I just have to pull it up. I have to find it. And it seems like during this, we have already raised an additional $100, which is awesome. So there was $20 earlier today, and it's now at $120. So thank you so much. Jose, thank you so much for bringing us up. And Earl was the first donor. I don't know if Earl is online right now or not, but thank you so much for donating. All right, I was not looking at chat when I said all of that. So stay-at-home orders, yeah. Third highest infection rate in the nation, Dawn. I'm so sorry. That's scary. Yeah. Owls are out in full force from John.
Yeah, I'll just add. So I think that, thank you, Brita, for sharing that. I think that it is important also. Like, we love, I mean, we've done charity streams before, in particular, Matt doing a charity stream that I know lots of us were watching before, but thinking about what is it that we can do. We have a community, and our community is really tight-knit, and you know, we love to have fun and play the game and, you know, yell about Constance Pickering for some of us, but also
some of us. I wonder who that could be.
Yes, some of us. I don't know. Okay, I'll go on a tangent later, but I think that when you think about what we can do collectively for good, so when you said that you wanted to do this, I think that you are a perfect spokesperson to get, you know, everyone together to use our power for collective good. And I do agree that it is unfortunate in terms of distribution of resources, wealth, and all of that is impacting people, and how all of these things that have are already broken, basically, because we know that these issues exist and persist, but to be exacerbated by this global pandemic is a really tough time for a lot of people. So I would encourage everyone to donate. People are donating right now. We have another donation from Nita. Thank you.
Yay, thank you, Nita.
I'm just really happy to be part of this community, and y'all always come through to spread the joy, whether it's monetary or just, you know, sharing time with each other, and just, going back to the social media comment, just like spreading happiness and love. Like, that's ultimately what we're trying to do.
Yes, I think that's a really good point. And we also realize that, you know, just because you're watching this doesn't mean that you have the availability to donate. But we are really appreciative that you're here, that you're helping spread the word, you know, just kind of getting it out there. That can be really important too. I know that there can be sort of a stigma against the whole like raising awareness thing, but there is something to be said about putting information in front of people and just like reminding people of ways that they can help. You know, it can be easy to forget like that you're blessed and that there are ways that you can help your community. So even if like you're not able to donate, like we completely understand. We know that times are tough for so many people right now. But just that you guys are here and that you are like supporting us with your love and your, you know, your friendship, we really appreciate. And, you know, if you guys could share the campaign on social media, that would also be really awesome. Okay, I'm going to take out my earbud for like 30 seconds to take off my hoodie because my hot teas make me really warm. Sorry, I didn't mean to yank out yours, babe.
It's all right. I'm the only one listening now. Now's when you can say all the things you don't want Brita to hear.
Okay, so Lynette's the only person actually talking. If anyone says something in chat, I can still read it.
They don't know that.
They don't know that.
That's funny.
I'm just a little warm.
I didn't know this was going to be this kind of a show.
This is family friendly. I am wearing a full t-shirt underneath this. Oh, this is.
All right, I'm going to share the link one more time.
It's bejeweled.
And very nice.
I like it because for whatever reason, when you buy official merch that has the entire Hogwarts coat of arms on it, Ravenclaw colors are correct, but not if you buy regular Ravenclaw merch. It's very annoying. So,
Classic.
why is pink being worn? That's a really good question, John. I don't know. I mean, why would I own a pink sweatshirt? That's just so unlike me. All right, I am going to hop on the night bus and start beaconing in Ruins 2. So...
You gotta be kidding me.
What? Did you find me already?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? You guys, Dan found me
Isn't that
first
nice?
try. This never happened. Well, this happened once. Whose live stream was it that it happened?
Yeah, it must be a timing thing because I started the night bus at the same time as you did, and I was actually waiting in the lobby for you to put a runestone in, and then it popped up.
No. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. Okay. Well, all right. So Dan and I are both in Ruins 2. So.
I'll pull out Ruins 3 just so it's more obvious.
Okay. I'm in Ruins 2 and Dan's in Ruins 3. I know that a lot of y'all are friends with us, so that is exciting. Man, I don't like wearing earbuds. These are so painful.
Oh, man.
Yay! Okay, I need to figure out a better way to keep track of donations, y'all. Sorry, the thing is really tiny on my screen.
Yeah, so it looks like
geez
we're up to
Louise.
535. Matt Corp.
No, we're at
$250.
we're at $1,300. Oh my god.
Oh, just kidding. I'm on a delay. Never mind. I'm watching the live stream. We're on a delay.
Oh my god. Thank you, Nita
Wow.
and Rita and Josh and Brendan and Maze and Matt Corporation and Mr. Eltasi?
Sai?
Elsaki? I don't know. Okay, wow. Y'all, it's 20 minutes in and okay, so I'm gonna have to go add I didn't even tell you guys the milestones besides our match. Okay, so so this unlocks a discount code that can be used on Witches Unite merch or Wizards Unite Hub merch. Oh, I am probably pissing off these people in Ruins. This also unlocks a giveaway for Wizard PhD merch. Yes, so this unlocks a giveaway to get one of her awesome pins, and it will unlock a giveaway to get XpectoGO merch. So, Dawn, thank you for joining us. Trust me, Dan's bedtime is usually a lot earlier than this, but he doesn't have work tomorrow, so...
Willing to stay up that extra hour.
He's willing to stay up, yeah, until 10. So thank you for joining us, Don.
Killer Axe, yes, I am Danbird8 in the game if you see me.
And we're just, we're still beaconing in different Ruins chambers, but people keep joining me and trying to start chambers. And I always feel guilty when it's, like, a lot of people. So, I feel like you should go pull up my laptop and go ahead and make our donation.
Oh, okay.
I'll monitor your...
Feel free to listen in stereo.
Ooh, I can listen to both of my... Both of my ears can hear sound. Yay. Okay, cool. So Killer Axe is in the night bus as well. Awesome. So we have a bunch of people beaconing. I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to now manage my phone and Dan's phone while he gets another computer. Just so that we don't try and overload this one too much. It has so much stuff going on. That's how I roll. Oh my goodness, more donations, you guys. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Snazaroon. Wow. Y'all's generosity is... There's a phrase in a book that I have been reading recently, and it's a fantasy fiction series, and so the phrase is like from one of the people in it, and it's called "My heart is too full for words," and I think that is a good thing to say, because I don't know what else to say. I am very, very grateful that all of you guys are here and willing to help unite against hunger. And, you know, I know that a lot of you are not Americans, and I 100% encourage you to look into nonprofits and other organizations in your local communities and find out what how you can serve in your local community. I will say one of the things is that a lot of times food banks can stretch $1 a lot more than you can. So I know that it can kind of feel good to just donate a whole bunch of canned goods to a food bank, but generally they will be better served by a monetary donation. And that's one of the reasons why Feeding America is great. They're a top-rated nonprofit, and they work with food banks across the country. So they are really effective with their donations.
Block him.
Yeah, for sure. And food banks have been affected real hard across the country. And as we talked about before, people needing food.
Yeah.
From being laid off and
it's one
food
of
banks
those,
shutting down, lines being long, all that.
Right. It's the fact that sorry, I'm trying to multitask. It's the combination that donations are down and need is up. So more people need access to the work that's done by food banks, and less people are able to donate right now. Ooh, I almost jumped into a chamber, or into a battle. We're still beaconing.
Do we want to allow the charity to contact us?
What? I guess. Y'all, Dan's doing... Dan's taking care of the donation over here, and I'm trying to figure out with half of a window how to edit my campaign. Apparently I need to update that. Nope, that's not it. Dashboard. Okay. That's a start.
James is here.
James is here. Okay. Dan is... Okay, once James hops in, we're going to have to... Okay, guys, I'm going to update the goal either on my laptop after Dan does our donation, or I'm going to update it after the stream, because the way I have this set up, I can only look at things on half a screen, and then it's kind of wonky. So
Can we do it on the laptop?
Right, I said I would do it on the laptop.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. I'm only half listening while I'm doing stuff.
Okay, so do you want to fix
So much multitasking.
Yeah, trade.
I know.
Trade.
Professional.
Okay. Okay, here, you take these. And are we switching spots?
I guess.
Okay.
Brita, you're gonna go into a chamber accidentally too. Not to add more things to your life.
Like I said in chat, we are super profesh here. We absolutely know what we're doing. We do this all the time.
I'm gonna build the stream studio next year, but
he actually is, you guys. Babe, why don't you pan out? I guess people see my laundry, but that's okay. Why don't you pan the camera out so they can see all the stuff you got me?
Oh, that way. I don't.
Yeah, you can just move that. That's a lot easier. Okay, so just ignore the fact that most of my office is a hot mess, y'all. But Dan got me a whole bunch of like fancy lights and a backdrop and stuff. So, we are going to convert the guest bedroom that does not get used for guests very often into a filming studio, so that I can hopefully have better sound and better lighting in future videos. Okay.
Very cool. James, I love your sweater.
Oh, thank you.
It's so cozy.
I could not find the button.
It's crazy
when
out
I was
here.
looking at it on that computer, y'all.
Wait, am I on? Am I here?
Yeah, you're on, I think.
Yo.
This is updating.
Am I? Okay. Oh, I see myself. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So, what do you think?
Oh man, I'm not gonna find Jill on the bus.
What should I do?
I'm
Search-
usually not the
Wasn't
one
there
looking for
5?
the beacon, so
I know it's always weird being
John
on the other
agrees with
side.
5. Let's do it.
Okay.
I might have found someone.
$5,000.
Is
I mean, I
is
was gonna, I'm gonna
JBS?
run this to the end of the month, so
Yes.
you know we have time to make it happen, y'all.
Maybe we can get Niantic
Dude,
to match
down.
again.
Probably not.
People are like, you are live.
5,000, and at some point I'll fix the media types that are showing up on the overview. And
Yo.
do I need to
I'm
do
about to hop on the bus. Let's
actions
go.
for the- No. Okay,
What's
so
going on,
I will
everybody?
set up all of the milestones after. It's gonna be tomorrow, y'all, because I cannot stay up that late. But look for a Witches Unite merch promo code tomorrow, which will also work on Wizards Unite Hub merch. And I will set up the giveaway for the Wizard PhD pin, and then I will set up the XpectoGO giveaway as well. So all of that will be set up tomorrow because I will definitely go like straight to sleep when this live stream is over. Okay, can I have my tea?
Oh, yeah.
Here.
James, hi, now that I can actually hear you, now that I have my earbud back in.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
So,
I see you
James,
guys already raised like so much money. Let's go.
Right.
yeah, we basically don't actually need you, James, so it's fine. Live stream's over.
Just watch it.
Um,
We got it.
But hey, we're also here to have fun. We're also here to do some fortresses, to talk about adversaries, because y'all, there's like so much hype.
Yes. Yes.
But first, James, what can you tell us about whatever cool thing you were doing tonight?
Or is it a secret?
Yeah, is it
Secret
a secret?
keepers.
Like,
Working with a local group, and local African group, that has actually got the studio over at our local PBS station. And we talked to actually the producers, and they want to follow the process because the guy who runs it, his name is Corey. He's actually blind, but he is a great storyteller. And he's bringing in a lot of people from Africa over to do this small production, and I'm a part of it. And it's actually been pretty good. They usually do live performances, but with COVID, we're doing a green screen and kind of doing a live stream. I'm helping them out with that. And so PBS has asked or is interested in following the process, doing some behind the scenes stuff, which they were filming us, which is weird. And we will see if it gets on a quote unquote show. So we'll see what happens.
James,
That's
that
so
would be
cool.
so cool.
Yeah, that would be very cool. And for them, just what they're doing, they're a nonprofit, but just trying to spread awareness through storytelling. And it's a pretty good story. But that's all I can say about it. So
Yeah, well, hey, you told us a lot, so that's really exciting. I love storytelling. As a writer and a reader, you know, I think the power of words is so important and something that we can all benefit from. So
very true. Very
that
true.
sounds awesome, and you should definitely keep us updated. And I would say it sounds like the project is looking into doing behind the scenes work, but there's already some existing work of storytelling.
Correct.
Okay, well, you should share that with
won't-
us.
I will share that once I get the green light from them. That's why I have not named who is being a part of it. So
Okay.
I don't want to lead to anything that might be coming and the word is out already when it's not out yet. So that's why. But when it does, or when I get the green light, I will definitely share. It's a great story, and hopefully see what happens. But
Cool.
I wanted to say something about the stream because when Frida brought it up, this is very close to my heart in regards to homeless and a lot of stuff I volunteer a time. I do a lot of job placement stuff for social media for a company here that works with getting homeless jobs and getting homeless homes and getting them in hotels and gradually getting them independent. And so when Brita brought this up, I was like, yo, I got to be a part of this. So kudos to you, Brita, just for doing this, and Dan and everything, and allowing me to be a part of it. So that's all I want to say.
Well, thank you, James. We're glad that you're here, and I do like hearing about other people's, you know, different connections to need in the world, and there's so much need, and
Yeah.
which is unfortunate because we can only do so much, but you know, everyone, just if everyone can do their little part, I think.
Yeah.
Lynette was singing the Girl Scout song the other day, and I think something from the Girl Scouts was that if everyone does their little part perfectly, then you know, we can make the world a better place. So
Yeah.
so it
For sure.
seems like a lot of you guys have found the night bus. So
Oh no, I gotta get here.
This bus is getting crowded.
oh, John, thank you for sharing that
Please
with
stop
us.
my phone.
Definitely.
That's what's up, John. That's what's up.
Tazaka asked, do you have
Heart
birdie
time.
bots to eat if you get sucked into a chamber? Okay, so I do have birdie bots,
Oh,
but I haven't opened them, and I kind of don't want to open them yet. So,
You're just gonna get black pepper, and it's gonna be disgusting. So don't even try. Don't even make it like a
God.
chance where you put a wheel and then it happens to get on birdie bots every 2 days in a row. Like, what the heck is that?
Lynette, are you
I
speaking
got
from
vomit
experience?
yesterday. So
Oh no, that's the
Ew,
worst.
James, that's
Vomit is
awful.
literally the worst.
I got it yesterday during the stream, and I was like, oh, that was hard. That was tough.
We need a
Did you
Matthew
eat it or
and
did you
Dark
have to spit it
5.
out?
I ate it.
Oh
I ate
man.
Ew.
That's one where you need like a chaser. You need something. We have actually a stash of regular jelly beans as a palate cleanser
Smart.
for moments like that.
Smart.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the
Is this
bus.
person? I don't know if Skinoogle is one of us. Probably
Awesome name,
not.
though.
Okay.
Seems
Okay.
sus.
Magazoo and 5. Magazoo and Dark 5.
All right. I can get there.
I should probably be
I'm still
typing.
baconing.
Okay. All right.
Okay, good. Harry Potter put it in chat. Awesome. We got Cindy. Okay, cool. I'm very excited, y'all. I haven't done Night Bus Fortress things with y'all since I guess I hosted on Thanksgiving, but I haven't been able to. I haven't had enough time when I've joined in other people's live streams to actually do the Night Bus. I like hang out and chat.
Beaconing is so hit or miss too, though. Some people have like real. I mean, I accidentally jumped off the bus the other night, and I was so frustrated because I was like, I got all these people on, and then I couldn't find anyone again.
Oh my
No.
god, that's so sad.
Oh, no.
I eventually got it, but I was like, sorry, you're just gonna watch me jump on and off the bus.
Okay. Hey Carly,
I think I
welcome.
found it.
I'm glad
You
to hear
did?
that you're one of us.
I think so.
So,
Yay!
Hey,
James found
expect to
us.
See ya.
go.
I see you.
Awesome.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Where's everybody going in the darks? People beaconing? What's going on? Let me go up here.
Finally, a
So what did you guys talk about with adversaries? You guys spilling any
We
beans or
haven't
anything?
actually talked yet. So, you guys, obviously,
Why are you gonna
anything-
tell on us? No, I'm just kidding. We're live on the internet. It's not like
I'm just saying. What was talked about? We're just asking. What was talked about?
we haven't talked yet. We literally just got started. The goal got reached, and then it went all crazy. So
Yeah,
Oh no, I
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
So what questions do you guys have about adversaries? We'll answer what we can, and by can I mean like legally allowed to. Also, there's
Right.
stuff that we just don't know.
That is
Like-
true.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that, but it's true. We
Like-
don't know some things.
So, y'all have to understand. So, like Matt's had an NDA for almost a year now, and I've had one for about 18 months. And Orange Wizard joined shortly after I did. So Matt, Orange, and I have had a group chat, just the three of us, like ever since Matt joined in. And so we started a new one with James and Lynette, and we're constantly just asking each other questions for clarification because we're like, wait a second, what does this even mean? We just get
Nobody knows.
we get a little confused. So okay, everyone's shielded. So I'm just gonna start.
Don't want to misinterpret anything and put it out there. So
Right, like
Just
that's
wanna
the
make
thing
sure.
is like we don't want to be wrong about something just because we like read something incorrectly or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yep.
It is funny. So like one of the, I guess, kind of working documents that we got had notes in it, and it just kind of made me laugh because some of the notes were on like, hey, use the word foes instead of enemies for branding. And I was like, I always correctly use the word foes in Wizards Unite Hub, and I don't work for Warner Brothers, so why did they not just know their own branding guidelines? I have learned all of them myself just by like figuring things out, and my stuff is always in line with what it's supposed to be, and their own documents are not.
Yeah, I drive her nuts because I do not use official terminology.
Yeah, y'all, I'm that person who he's like green books, and I'm like, do you mean restricted section books? And he's like, red books. I'm like, do you mean spell books? And I'll kind of, I have to tease Matt a little bit here. So he frequently puts in his articles, he'll put red spell books when he's listing out rewards. I remove the word red every single time because that's not accurate. Like Matt, the name is spell books. It's spell books.
Rita just asked, can they depart? Can the adversaries depart?
They function similarly to. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. Didn't we say this already? I feel like we did.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think so. That
Because it's in the summary where it's like, oh, this is like a new thing. So this is
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's something that we haven't really seen before, but we have seen before, and we saw it in the screenshots with like Draco. It's like that similar encounter that we have with oddities,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you like drag your wand, you fill up the bar. So similar to oddities is my
answer. Yeah.
interpretation.
Yeah, I think
In
that
my
that's-
interpretation.
That's a fair interpretation because, yeah, if you guys have seen the screenshots, they look very much like oddity encounters. So,
Yeah. Let me see. Brendan M. or in the streets asks, adversaries with tonic. Is that a thing? Did I read that right?
I don't know where you came. I can tell you that no.
No.
I'm not sure where you got that, but no. So,
No.
you might have seen that there is a trace charm bug that, because James, you had that earlier, right?
Yeah. I had somebody posted it in our Discord and I tried it and actually screenshot and screen recorded and posted it, and an adversary popped up. But when I tried to tap on it, a notification came up saying I need to be level 15, which
You are.
I don't know.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean-
I don't know how. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. So trace tonic thing is not a thing, but either way, there's a bug with the trace charm. So
Yeah. So sadly, but it's fine.
A bug in a new update, I don't believe it.
I know, right? So we were kind of joking. We're like, all right, what's gonna happen when the update goes live? What's gonna break? So my prediction is that something completely unrelated to adversaries is going to break. Like you guys remember when the baby Norwegian Ridgeback encounter was bugged for like months? That came out with SOS training. So somehow SOS training bugged one of the foundables.
Which one of the foundables is going to turn pink again?
I know, the breed's a bug. Babe, do you want to hand me my stupid phone? I'm going to.
Steph just found the bus. Woo woo.
Yay, stuff.
Let me
James,
see.
can you call a chamber so I can battle with you? I
Yeah, oh
never
yeah,
get
yeah.
to I never get to see your streams because I'm always in a meeting, and so I never get to battle with you.
We're finishing up in the Dark Four, and then I'm with Josh and everyone, and then even Wonder Woman. When we finish here, I'll
All
hit
right.
you up, and I was like, everyone to Dark Four. So be on the
Sweet.
lookout. John says Zielman put it well. Mark over at Zielman's Wizarding World, adversaries are like if oddities and fortressing had a baby.
That is
I like that term.
an amazing description. I haven't watched his video yet just because one of the things when all of us do the same, like cover kind of the same information, is we're gonna have similar videos, but I want to have at least outlined all of my videos before I watch anybody else's. So you know, just to make sure that it's like coming from me.
Yeah, definitely.
And I right now I'm not even sure. Like I'm just working on hub articles, and then I'll probably somehow turn those into videos. Like I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Nice. I'm going into Dark 5, Lynette, if you would
Cool.
like to join. And everybody else. Let me see. John is explaining EDMs. James is secretly a
EDM.
level 15 wizard.
Yeah, that's right. You know, if you guys watched Lynette's live stream, she was like, she was totally rocking out. It was great. I loved it. Okay. Do we know how many Defense Against the Dark Arts books we would get for beating the adversaries? No, we don't know that yet. We haven't seen any like reward screens. We definitely just don't have that information.
Yeah.
We've asked, and I know that everyone looked at the new skill tree and was like, oh my god. I think Matt did the math and said it would take like a year and a half or something to get at the current rate.
1,150 data books, 3,000 scrolls, like 400 spell books, and like 40 restricted books or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I don't know. I thought he said 150 months, which is 12 years. So
maybe,
or over 12
maybe
years.
he said 150 months. That is entirely possible. So
Yeah.
Hey, but I've got enough scrolls. That's the important thing.
right. I think we
Dude,
all
the
have enough
scrolls?
scrolls.
Oh man, I have 18,000 scrolls, and I was like, I'm so excited to spend them. And I look, and it's
Yeah.
like, it's only 3,000 of them. What am I
Yeah.
supposed to do?
With all the others. I know.
Exactly.
Oh,
Like I
man.
have everything to max out the tree except the data books. I'm just like, come on. Yeah.
So I am thinking that between adversaries themselves and the new adversary events, that we will see an increase in collecting Defense Against the Dark Arts books.
All right, James, I gave you a ton of
Ooh.
focus so you can put down bravery since we got elites coming out the wazoo here.
Zoo.
Bravery is now up. Thank you, kind sir.
The wazoo.
The wazoo.
I totally say that, so I'm just making fun of him because I'm his wife. So,
Don't give up, Rita. You'll find the bus.
So yeah, kind of the sad thing, and just so y'all know that just because you have an NDA doesn't mean that you don't get blindsided. I had started working on Magizoologist as my second profession, and it turns out I really don't like playing as a Magizoologist. And so I started working on an horror profession, which means that I recently spent like 100 spell books on my horror profession, not knowing I would need spell books for a whole new skill tree. So I have like 20 spell books now, and I recently had over 100.
Yeah, for sure. I thought that the spell books might be the one that people might want to replenish to get that going, which is helpful if you're doing some fortress grinds with people and trying to, get those pages, the challenges up for the red books.
Well,
For
and
sure.
I will say that they definitely rebalanced, the challenge registry at some point. So it's a lot easier to get spell books than it was probably in the first, 6 months of the game.
Yeah, that was
For
a
sure.
grind.
People though were like super grinders, and I was just like, how do you have that many, or just even
That
completing?
early. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
that
couldn't
was
believe it. It was intense. I just remember being
yeah.
like at FanFest, and you know, Dan and I were like nervously unlocking the forest chambers one at a time with James of Wizard News, and then Shiny. So, Shiny Dan as opposed to Husband Dan, and I was like, I'm not really sure how I feel about going this high. I mean, it was
Yeah, I
fine,
remember
but
the days where you're unlocking and you're just like, can we push it to the limit? Can we get it?
Exactly.
Dumping all the potions.
if I ever get around to
Oh,
editing my like million videos that I took like filmed for last year and never actually put together, Dan and I filmed a video of us duoing through like Forest 5, I think, for
Yeah.
the first time. And it was always, I mean, that was last year, so we weren't maxed out yet. Um,
question from John. Zillman indicated one lesson per node, but something about the 5-star upgrades per lesson. Anyone care to explain this and how the upgrade stars work?
so we don't know that right now because like same thing, we've only seen the same screenshots that we have shared with you guys. Um, so we don't know if those nodes will end up having uh, multiple lessons like our existing skill trees, or if they'll just be one per node. We'll have to wait until that actually unlocks. Which, by the way, because people keep asking me this on Facebook and Twitter, everyone's like, but I already completed my, profession and I can't access the new skill tree. Yeah, because adversaries aren't live yet. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's not live yet, even though we can see the lesson plan. That's why you can't access it. So,
I will say though, with this skill tree, it looks like with the percentages, like with precision and dodge going up like 50%, that might cater to certain professions. So, like for example, aurors don't have as much HP, so they might focus on dodge more since they already have high precision, especially with their high critical hit ratios with first strike. So, there's some strategies already being formulated just looking at that skill tree right now. So I'm interested to see where people lean towards when it goes live.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's because the skill tree is the same for across all three. The way I was thinking about it in my head is like that. So it's like what am I? I'm only a professor. I'm the book hoarder that I'm just a professor. I don't know when the next thing is gonna launch, even though it was like probably a year later than I thought it would be. But still. And thinking about it almost like a stacking. So like I have my like base profession, and so then thinking of like what am I good at already, and then on top of that you have those what it's only three. We can see the descriptions. It's
yeah.
only
Yeah,
three: dodge,
yeah,
precision, and accuracy. So
right.
taking that into account, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Right. And does it
Which I'm
stack?
excited about dodging as a wizard.
Because the way I read it is that the
That's
precision and
the
stuff, it looked like it was separate from your existing precision versus the precision versus adversaries. But I could be wrong about that. But that's the way I read it.
the only separation I noticed was just with feared and lethal. I didn't take it as something completely different because I would think your maxed aura would carry over into the skill tree because like you're maxed aura. So why would they get rid of those buffs that you just built up
Yeah, I'd hope
to
so.
for a
Since,
whole
yeah,
new
as you
skill
said,
tree?
I don't have any HP.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they will carry over. Because it seems like the test screenshots we saw were from a maxed Magizoologist, and that's apparently the health
hmm
lines up.
hmm
Um,
But also,
Yeah,
like your
about
oddities,
25.
like we noticed the difference in
right.
oddity encounters, like in
And
terms of your
Exactly.
how hard you hit, depending on what profession you are. So
and the fact that
Exactly.
professors apparently are not proficient against werewolf oddities, which makes no sense at all. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
it's on the list, probably, Bruda. I don't know.
You're right.
The to-do list.
Very
Yeah.
annoying. Okay.
Well, between that and then every time you point out when the Ravenclaw, the
Oh
Ravenclaw is
yeah,
not a
the
raven.
raven,
It's
the
just,
raven
y'all,
instead of
it's
the
just
eagle.
really hard being a Professor Ravenclaw because, you know, Like, if they were going to change the colors of one house, why be the nerdy house that pays attention to detail? Right?
Those
Because
details, yeah.
it was someone who was a major troll and was like, you know what? I'm gonna mess with the Ravenclaws. I'm gonna do that on purpose.
Apparently. Very annoying.
Say, what's everyone's bets in the chat and up here? What profession do you think just coming off will have the advantage going in? What's your thoughts? Like just guessing, you don't know anything, just looking at the skill tree, which profession do you think will have an advantage off the jump? I think professors.
I think
honestly.
professors too, since like we're supposed to be the ones that are balanced between having between hitting and being hit. So
Mhm.
I think that we'll have a nice balance for adversaries. That's what I'm
Yeah,
calling
my initial
myself.
thought my initial thought was Oars because Jeff is an Oar and I always feel like he gets everything. I'm like, how come you can hit things so hard and I'm just like this little mediocre, I can do, jack of all trades but not master of none sort of thing.
get sucked
So that was
into
my
it.
initial thought before seeing all of this, pushing from 2.16. But my selfish self is, of course, Professor.
Professor.
It's my time to shine.
Yeah.
Outside of fortresses, yes.
Yeah.
I'd say it
Yeah.
probably depends on what you think the best way to go about it is. I think auras probably can defeat them faster, and you can just carry a bunch of healing potions if you're not worried about the ingredients or whatever.
Oh
but-
yeah.
Everyone is saying or Harry Potter or John said Magi per Ando. That's a good point. What Ando brought up in regards to why Magi. It will just depend. Everybody's saying Aura though.
Auras
Everybody's
hit
saying
so
Aura.
hard. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is
So
I
the
mean-
thing Ando brought up was is it going to be spell energy dependent or potions dependent? So if you're going to use a lot of spell energy, then you might want to be an aura because they don't use as much. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If it's going to be potions dependent, then you might want to be a Magic Zoo because you're taking hits. So something to
Yeah.
think about.
Yeah, I
My
don't know if there's
potion
gonna be-
capacity is not that high though.
Yeah,
I'm always
I know.
like I'm struggling with potions right now. My management skills are out the window. I don't even know.
Oh, so I recently did 2 more vault upgrades, and it's because I keep getting full on potions. So, although you were commenting about my
Your ingredient stock
ingredients
on
in
the
my
ground.
house, yeah. So, and it was really nice. Like we went to Sunny Mountain earlier today and played for half an hour, and I was like, yes, bitterroot, snowdrop, newt spleen. Which I mean, I can't believe I'm excited about newt spleen, but got to start restocking my wit sharpening potions.
Facts.
When we went to go see
For
my
sure.
parents a couple times, the town they live in, it's like a snowdrop field.
It
It's
is.
crazy the amount of snowdrop that spawns.
It's really
What?
amazing. Like every time we go to Ohio, we just get so much snowdrop. Like I was brewing potions, of course, the entire time that we were there, and I still came home with over 100 snowdrop.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's
That
it's
is
just
impressive.
yeah. It's funny because like so his parents' house has terrible trace density and like very very little activity, but you don't have to go far to get tons of stuff. So there's like a small college
Awesome.
campus and like a small little downtown. So
Aloha
What-
Seattle.
Lynette, be like, I'm reading that too. Be like, Jameson, don't brew anything. Okay, your assumption is that I do brew things. I'll just throw that out there. And I also would like to know, Dr. Ranger says, James, tell them your secret shame.
So yesterday, there was like so many people just berating me. Started by my lovely wife, Sue,
Classic.
jumping on me saying, "James, why don't you have anything?" We attempted a dark for all magi with
Oh.
potions. We attempted that, and we did succeed. I did not help because I did not have any external potions to help. And so everybody's like, why don't you have any? And I was like, I don't have time to brew anything. I was like, I'm trying to make content. Like I'm over here filming other stuff. Like, I'm sorry. And so I got berated for like a half hour, I swear.
Oh my
So that is
gosh.
my secret shame.
James, haven't you heard of it's ABB, always be brewing? Oh, yeah.
Always.
Jose just put it in the chat. Yeah, always be brewing.
That was going down the chat. I swear it was just comments of always be ruined, always be ruined. So, yeah, that is my shame,
Well, James,
and
they
I'm working on it.
need to introduce potion trading to the game because I could hook you up because I can't brew because my inventory is constantly full because I refuse to use Extimulo potions on stuff I actually need, but I'm like, I don't need it that much.
Dan is a potion hoarder, okay? He's like, I mean, I could use this regular stimulo on this emergency foundable, but, I'm just going to risk it. Oh, no.
I have 70 dawdles, but,
What?
it's not
I
that
have
important.
70 dawdles.
Probably at least.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm more in line with James than I'm in line with you. Like I'm just too much things to manage, too many things to hoard. I just
Too
can't. I can't keep
Too
up with it.
many.
I will. How about this? Dan, you brew all the potions. I will buy them from you. Like I don't even care. I'll buy them with my gold. Although, why not buy them from the shop? I don't know. I'll buy them directly from Dan.
I'll
Dan's
sell
going
them
to
on
set up his own apothecary,
I'm
Yes.
the aura that sells
Yes.
potions on the side. Yeah, I like it.
Yes, yes.
Not at all sketch.
Mhm.
You can brew without playing, right? John, I never have ingredients. Stop it, all right? I explained this yesterday. You were there. I don't have ingredients, so I can't brew. So I don't always be brewing. That is the
Oh my
problem.
goodness.
I can't do anything.
It's completely reasonable to I like
Thank you.
relate totally.
Thank you, Annette.
I should have been
Thank
there yesterday to like be like, yes, exactly. He's right.
Oh my gosh. Y'all are
The
so
only
funny.
one.
Yeah,
The
I
only
should
one.
probably have a brain elixir going.
Oh yeah, I have a ton of those that I refuse to
Oh,
use as
whoops.
well.
That is a good call. I should
Okay,
have
how
popped a
do
brew for them.
I get a brain elixir without leaving the fortress? Can I do that?
Yes. So
Mm.
you go into the top right where you see your shopping cart.
Yes.
Then on the bottom left, you will see your vault. And there you can access your
Cool.
Brewfield Brand Elixir.
Awesome. Okay.
We get these
You're-
questions like every stream.
Because
So.
I hoard brain elixirs. I now have 62. Which is
What?
stupid because once I get to a certain point, I'm not going to need them anymore.
I don't know.
Sure,
Y'all. Also, James, you definitely got your teacher, your content creator explainer voice right there.
I know. James is like, so, Brita, this is what you do.
So, yesterday, we had somebody come look at our piping in the apartment, and apparently, I use my content creator voice when I make my calls, and I'm slow and precise. And yeah, it's been happening for a couple of days, and we tried to do this, but and like Susanna just is dying laughing while I'm talking to this guy and stuff. So apparently, it's a thing I do. So. I can't break a
That's
habit.
amazing.
Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Oh, wait, just kidding.
You imagine?
I don't know
Oh,
if I
man.
use my content creator voice in other places.
I don't know what my voice is. I feel like it's just yelling. Or I guess that's my reaction. My
You got
reaction
the
voice is
professor
just
voice.
yelling.
Oh yeah, you do have a different reaction tone at least
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
doing your dialogue breakdown. So that is true. I will say
Well,
that.
I feel like it's kind of like that's where I get to be like an actress. I could actually be like, all right, now I'm like, I
Right.
don't know, Catstance Pickering or whatever I am, whoever I am.
Awesome. All right, I am in Dark 5 with Rita, Huff Puff, and Amberly. Let's go.
All right.
Trying to get some
proficiency
spell books
is
now.
out. Dr. Ranger wants to have a content creator voice. I mean, just put a video on, like a camera on, and then see if you talk differently in front of it.
Oh man, but so the voice evolves though over time because my first videos, I cannot for the life of me sit and watch it. And even like a video from a year ago, I'm like, why do I sound like that? It always feels like my voice right now is the way my voice should sound. And then like a year later, I'm like, ew, gross. No, stop.
Oh my gosh.
Stop talking.
So definitely the videos from probably like my first year when I was still figuring out what my opening was gonna be. I'm like, I am like cringe so hard at myself. So, but the rest of my videos I like. It's just that my opening is just, I don't know. I don't know where this came from. I'm gonna make fun of myself, but I would do my like little arm up. Let me go in between hitting. I'd be like, and this is Witches Unite. And then like and I'm like, why am I like presenting this in the air? Like nothing's on my hand. What am I doing?
You had in your head that you were gonna edit something in later, but you didn't know how to.
I think that's probably true. I think I was gonna be like, all right, my logo, which I didn't have a logo, is gonna be like on my hand. No, y'all, it was just a mess. It was fine. So.
Yo. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, and then I was like reading, like I read a lot of articles and making videos and stuff, and they talked about the importance of introducing the topic really, really fast because people have a low attention span. So that's when I went from like, this is Witches Unite to saying, and today on Witches Unite, and then I immediately state like the overview of the video. Like in every single video, that's what I do now.
Smart.
That works a lot better, and it's not nearly as awkward and weird. So.
Gosh, I hated like just sitting in front of a camera. So like most of the stuff I used to do early on, I tried to vlog as many times as I could because I just hated sitting down in front of the camera because I just felt awkward. I don't know what to do with my hands or something, or if I sound weird. So the only reason I like the vlogs because I can look back on them and I don't have to watch myself and just watch the B-roll because I look horrible during those times, like horrible. So
James, you look great.
Yeah,
not the old ones.
There's a reason
not
I'm
the
usually
old
behind the camera.
Damn, come on. Look at that face, man.
I was in the media club in high school, but I was an editor more than I was the talent. So.
Whereas
I would be much better as an editor than being in front of the camera. I don't mind it, but I love editing. I just
really,
I'm not
you can take my videos.
expert at it.
Hate editing.
I don't know. There's so much to learn. And of course, like the experience of actually making content is how you get better. So, exactly. But I love, and it's part of like my tinkering. I like to tinker and like the precision or just like being like, I love the process because I'll have an idea and I mostly storyboard the creative stuff, but then when I'm editing, I change it. And I just love the thrill of being like, what if I like did something like this instead and like making it happen? I don't know. It's a lot of fun for me. But I would rather edit other people's faces.
So the only time I like editing is when I'm doing something challenging because I get really into it. But of course, then that takes forever, and I usually don't have that much free time. But I love being in front of the camera. There's literal... Okay, so, my family, when I was a kid, we lived in California. So my dad would do like videos of my brothers and me every often and then send out cassette tapes, remember those? To like my grandparents and my aunts and uncles and everything. So when my twin brother and I were like 4, my dad is, trying to get us to talk and stuff, and he like there's me fine just babbling away, and then he's like, all right, Harry, and like asking, trying to ask Harry questions. I'm literally like standing in front of Harry, and Dad's like, Brita, can you move out of the way? And I'm like, why is the camera not on me right now? So yeah, I was also a theater kid, and I was on dance team, and
see, I was on dance team. I didn't do theater. I didn't think I had the confidence to do theater. Like every time when I think about my friends who are in theater, I'm just like, how are you so like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so earlier today, actually, so I'm in this like group. We're working on a project where we're trying to like create supports for faculty to integrate improv into their teaching. And so I did this like little session because it's just a working group and we're trying to figure out, especially because we're all teaching online, like, is it possible to do like game type things or improv storytelling? Like, how can we like do it in a Zoom call, basically?
Nice,
That
And
sounds
I
nice.
had
fun.
so much fun earlier today. And sometimes I just wonder, I'm like, well, if I just like let go when I was younger just a little bit, like what would I be doing,
Mm,
Like because I feel like a lot of
mm.
times I'm just in my own head, even
Yeah.
though like, it's fine.
Mm, yeah. That's I was in theater. I was just dance. So, but I don't know. Everybody said I was a ham, so I could have been in theater, I guess.
I
I
am
don't know.
No, you
shocked.
a ham?
Wow. I like, I don't,
Never would have
you've
guessed
changed a
that.
lot then, clearly.
You take it. Oh my God. But no, I don't know. Like theater is just remembering lines, man. Like I can't even remember lines for videos, let alone like doing it like constantly and then in front of your peers and stuff. Like I couldn't even imagine.
I
So
mean, you get used to
I
it.
always
Like, I mean, you just have to,
obviously,
you
yeah.
just run lines, and it just, I don't know. I never had problem like learning my lines and stuff. I was impressed because so my most exciting role was I played Brigitte in The Sound of Music, and
What?
yeah, it was
Nice.
so cool. Um, and my mom played Frau Schmidt, and we both had our first entrance was together. So, you know, like we would say break a leg, and she'd give me a little kiss before she went on stage. Um, but the girl who played Gretel was 5, and so she didn't read yet. So she memorized all her lines by like repeating them after her mom, and then
Stop.
her mom like taught her her cues and stuff, which
Stop.
is
Are you
pretty
serious?
insane.
That's nuts.
So
Yeah.
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's
um,
awesome.
but she's
Okay.
really beautiful and talented, and she actually has done some professional acting since then. So, but she's in her 20s now. She's not still 5.
So
Um,
Harry Potter requested a group pirouette. I'm going to include Dan in that one too, at 50 likes.
ooh.
Did he not see how awkward it was for us to switch positions?
I mean, we would definitely have to get both of our chairs out of the way. Someone said Brigitte was my favorite. Yeah, she's obviously the best out of the children because she's the one who reads a book. And
Mm.
it was fun because I didn't have to learn all the marching like my brothers and sisters did because they're all the ones who had to like march onto stage, and I walk on later reading a book. It was great. It was so perfect. It was a really fun role, and it was pretty special because over 100 children under the age of 14 auditioned for the show, which is a lot in a small
Mm.
town. Okay, y'all, this is a little town. And of course, there were only us like 7 kids. Um, and like we all became really good friends. So, and anyone who knows anything about theater, between our our first read through and opening night was exactly 4 weeks. So, no,
Dang.
exactly 1 month. So it was like 30 days. But yeah,
Wow.
it was super intense. And it was at the
Yeah.
end of the school year, so they couldn't keep us late on weeknights initially. But as soon as school was out, we were at rehearsal until like 11 o'clock at night, and I was 11 years old.
Wow.
It was really fun. That was in
That's
1999, in case anyone wants to know how old I am.
impressive. John with the donation update, 2,695.
You
Let's
people
go.
are amazing. I am
Let's go.
very appreciative of everyone who is hanging out in the chat, who is sharing the fundraiser, and then, of course, who is donating to the fundraiser. So,
Yes.
all of us
Thank you,
collectively
guys.
make a difference.
There you go. United. There you go. There you go. That's what's up.
We
Ooh.
don't have anything to fight. I feel like we
I'm
always
in
have an
here.
excess of. There's a partial for me. Okay. I always feel like we have an excess of Magazoo foundables.
Yeah, all the
I've been
spiders.
trying.
Yeah.
I've been trying to
Everyone's
say that
favorite.
for the longest time, but apparently, I get too emotional and I don't have any data. Everybody wants to say, "Prove it, James. Prove it. Where's the math? Where's the data?" And I'm like, I see it with my own eyes. That's why I know what's happening. So, like, I don't know what else you guys need from me. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it is. And I wonder if it's because, especially like in these higher ones, you usually have one Magizoologist. So maybe it's not that there's more foes, but that they're going down more slowly because there's two of the other professions.
Because that's a good point. That's a good point. I just know there's more. Like,
It
that's all I
just
know.
always feels like
Well,
there are
there's always more on the screen. If they go down slower, there's like 50, and you're like, why?
Why?
You know, tomato. You know, like.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, you guys,
Oh my
I was
God.
doing I mean, it wasn't really high chamber. It was one of the towers the other day, and it was like the absolute worst teammates I have ever had. Literally. So of course, the other professor was one of the people who just was straight up not doing anything. So they had no
Right.
damage. They never fought anything. And then it was with two Magizoologists and then one Auror. And not only were they not taking their own foes, they weren't even taking their like medium foes. They were taking all of their deficient foes. And I just was like, what are you guys doing? So I refused to do any Dark Wizards or Death Eaters. You know, I took like an Urkling and Acromantula when the werewolves and the pixies kept getting stolen from me. But it was very annoying.
I like to play a race to grab the pixie before. Well, I don't do this like all the time. I only do it in my patron live streams just because it's a running joke where it's like, okay, Raffle and I grab the pixie first, and so it's like pixie mine.
It's fine. I also do that. I'm like, can I get the pixie first? No. Can I get the werewolf?
Oh man, I can't fight anything here. There's so many. Look, nothing is for me, James. It's all your spiders and this Death Eater.
It's a thing. It's a thing. It happens. Josh asking me about the data. I'm like, it's a thing. That's all I'm saying. All right, I need the partial some more. Gosh.
Okay, I'll have to stretch my ear for a second. I hate wearing earbuds. Ow. I don't know how people do this
Stretch
on a
my
regular
ear.
basis.
But yeah, my favorite game to play in Fortresses is Pass the Focus. So at the end, when you can't
Jeff
give
loves
anyone
that
any
too.
focus or do anything anymore, I pass the other Auror's focus, and whoever finishes with the most focus loses.
It's such an aura thing. Like I just
I rarely find
y'all
another Auror
all do the
that's-
same things.
I rarely find another Aura that's game for it. They just like start passing
Oh,
it to
really?
the other professions. It's like they can't do anything with it. What are you wasting it
Okay,
for?
never mind. Maybe it's just you and Jeff then. Y'all can get in a chamber together and just pass it back and forth.
I don't think Susanna does that at all. So.
Oh man.
What?
I'm the only Aura that's like all my stuff to start with.
I mean,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
just talking about the needing data about if the Magizoology foes always come up first.
See, n is greater than 1 now.
There it is.
Did you just say
There it is.
n is greater than 1?
Yeah. So James is the data point. Now we have 2
Okay.
or more than 1
Yeah.
Greater
Yeah.
than or equal to 1.
Oh my gosh.
or equal to.
Hanging out with math
Hey.
nerds.
I'm not getting any challenge foundables.
Really?
Yeah. Like, well, I haven't gotten like any wands or anything
That's
for the past 3.
That doesn't make any sense. Like,
bug
Is it
report.
just yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
lame?
because I was just like paying it no mind. Because usually, if I do anything, I won't get like the runestone reward or whatever. But I'm not getting any of the challenge rewards from the
I thought I
fortresses.
saw somebody had that bug last night, but I didn't think that it. Well, I didn't know if it was still an
Somebody
issue.
mentioned that in chat. You're the only ore, babe. I'll use one of my.
No.
I'll use an
That's
invigoration
the
draft.
problem with being the only aura is that there's not enough focus to give to the professors to put proficiency out for.
It's okay. I have. Dang it! Someone beat me to proficiency. Sorry, babe.
Oh no, that's different. That's not blink. It's just your runestone drop.
Yeah, like I didn't get any challenge. That's so weird.
Yeah,
I
that
still
is
got the
weird.
challenge XP, but like I've never seen that before. It's happened like
If
3
you
times.
if you hit the summary, it doesn't say anything.
Let me go down. Max fragments, Dark Chamber 4. No one. Nope.
What? That's so weird.
Oh yeah, it just says XP.
I would screenshot
Oh.
it and send it to Lola.
All right, since I'm the only aura,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess I
true.
can use a potion. One of my 73 potents.
Oh my god, babe. You're
Ashley
73
said
potents.
that happened to her too.
Uh,
Had that for 2 days now. No challenge fragment
John
drops.
hasn't.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Well, that's
weird.
That is a weird bug, and that's a frustrating bug, especially if you don't like super duper grind
Yeah.
fortresses.
I mean, I'm still getting that challenge XP, so that's all I care about, honestly. Get them spell
Yeah.
books.
The one
Tiny
nice thing about
stuff, but
using a potent extimulo is I just one-shotted a 5-star dark wizard.
So proud of you. Cindy says
Oh,
if you
man.
partial them, then the Magi's can help.
Okay.
So basically, just do one hit each.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing, and then I
and
just
then you knocked it out
one-shotted.
anyway.
Can't help it.
Dan really likes to brag
Okay.
about his ore prowess.
okay,
wanna
Lola
share with
is
y'all.
aware.
Yep, did it
I want to
again.
share with y'all a screenshot of what I went to the App Store and there's like, you know, the little promo images or whatever for any game where it's like, oh, buy this game.
Yeah.
And for Wizards Unite, oh wait, why is this not? Oh, it's not plugged in. For Wizards Unite, there's a Constance one, but it
What?
doesn't really look like her.
What?
She has red hair.
No.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to use my phone instead. Let me just I'll put it in our chat so you can look at it.
What?
Connie Sus.
Red
You know how I'm
hair?
always about Connie Sus. Well, I mean, so it's like the same you know it's her because she has like that same outline, but she
Okay.
has like red hair, a blue scarf.
way.
Who is this girl?
No
Who is this
way.
imposter? I'm telling you, it's a beautification potion. She got fairy wings. She's Gareth Greengrass.
Hey,
That is my-
apparently that's been in the game files. That was something that back before Niantic and Warner Brothers asked Wizard Unite Hub not to do data mining, the website owner found information for a beautification potion among others that are not in the game.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. Oh man, this calamity, y'all. I don't even know what to say.
Sustenance Pickering, yes.
They juice perks. Yo. Let me see. What can I use? I use a
I think it would be
oddities.
fun to magically like change your appearance. Tonks is such an interesting character to me because she can do so much to her appearance, and I kind of wish we had learned more about Metamorpha guy in the series, 'cause that would have been really interesting.
I couldn't imagine changing myself or having another face. Like I'll just be Freaky Friday or something. That would be so crazy.
Freaky Friday.
So crazy. I can't
Like,
even
I
imagine.
think it would be really fun to be able to change the color of my hair without having to use hair dye. Like, that would be awesome. Could be
Would
all
be.
the colors of the rainbow. And then
I'm ready for mine to turn gray.
play like pranks on people and clone your face to other people. Yeah, Joshua, I like interacting with her on Hogwarts Mystery too. All right. Since I've used a lot of spell energy, so I'm gonna drop down to Dark 1.
Where's my spell energy at? I'm good.
Plus, I'm all about trying to balance out the different things I get in my challenge registry.
Yeah, I'm going to have to grind forest pretty soon. I just like getting spell books, but I need to complete, especially with adversaries imminent.
Yeah.
I need to try and prestige as much as I can with the Hogwarts crest and stuff. That's where I'm lacking.
Saturday, I'm still figuring out the exact time, but I'm going to do a community day live stream. I'm talking to a couple of people about that.
Ooh.
And probably going to do like mostly, Forest 4 where you get the guaranteed fragments, because I really want the guaranteed fragments with like not using up all my spell energy. So
That is the best. That is the best. Plus, with the increased challenge and Wizarding XP on Community Day,
Yep.
like, yo, Community Day is going to be clutch. And of course, Lynette and Draco are going to be hanging out. So that's
Draco! Hey,
Yes.
y'all were there. I requested an entire page of Draco through the years. Like, I don't think I would be the only person that would enjoy that. Okay,
Okay, so
I'm gonna start a petition.
A lot of people
No,
have mentioned
Chris
this
would
on
love that.
social. What is your opinion about Draco being one of the adversaries?
You know, I think this goes in line when people ask me the question about the calamity and like, does it make sense with the structure of Wizard Unite? Like, I personally like that it's memories mostly because I think that there is some actual like deep connection that I feel with the idea of the internet not ever letting us forget about the past
Okay.
and our past selves. And so I think that even though it is kind of annoying, like I like it from the perspective of I immediately I was like, I wonder how Draco feels. Like, I don't know what he's thinking right now, but like, just if you did stuff and then, because part of his story is that he's like, oh no on this pure blood ideology. Like, that's part of the tension between like him and Astoria and his parents, I guess, Lucius and Narcissa. But I think that from that perspective, like I'm curious. Well, first, this is why I keep asking for him. Where is he?
Yeah.
Where is he so we can ask him or just get some sort of anything from that? I'm not like, up in arms upset about it because it's a memory, but it does make it like really messy and complicated because like he obviously has this past where he did really terrible things and was associated with really terrible people. And that being, if you think about it, because like conversations when we talk about cancel culture sometimes get in this like messiness because, we all have pasts and things that we've done in the past and things that maybe we don't, if we change, then we don't, believe those things or act those ways or have those same ideologies. And so it's really interesting from that perspective to be like, well, if you were forced to never forget, like, how would that feel? And so I don't know. That's like where my mind goes. So I'm not upset about it, but I think that part of why I love the Harry Potter series is because of those very complicated stories that we have to like think about and all of these like dynamics that we have between people. And mostly it's conflict because, we have conflict in our lives all the time. Life has a lot of struggle in it. So just trying to make sense of it all is a big piece of that. But yeah.
Personally hope that current, like, adult Draco somehow gets added to the storyline, like if he's in one of the Brilliant events. Because I want to know how he feels having to kind of relive the worst part of his life. And we've gotten some insights like from the Golden Trio about that it feels weird to be a foundable, but they're all the good people, right? They're the heroes the entire time. So we only know kind of that it feels like weird to them. We don't know how it affects them to see their past on display.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really hoping that we get to see current Draco because
I know. Where is he, dude?
Yeah.
Bring him back. I thought that we were gonna hear from him from last Christmas, the Christmas Calamity event, because he was on that
Yeah.
page. But that was
Yeah.
also before I understood how like Brilliant Events fully worked. Like we don't actually get that much. We get sort of like, okay, there's like a you get like a tiny little tiptoe into some direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That
And
was
it's interesting
before
because some
it picked
brilliant
up
events
though.
give us more than
Yeah.
others.
Hmm.
True.
For sure.
1 year later, Grim, I'm trapped. What?
Gosh, when that happened, I was like, yo, what?
It was out of nowhere because everyone's
Heck?
reactions were just like screams. Like, what?
It was pretty wild.
What is happening? Yeah, that was a good brilliant event. That was a good month, I think, just gameplay wise, I think. It was because what was the community day? I think it was a good community day too that month. I can't remember.
I'd have to go back
But
and
yeah.
I can't either. I know. It's so hard to keep, like, I know of memories of things all over the place, but I don't know when it
Yeah.
was.
Because I know April was Picket
yeah.
Community Day. May was like Magical Games and Sports or whatever. So
Was December
think-
the oddities? Remember we had that oddities one where
that was either February or
September?
January. Was
No,
it that late?
Oddities
I don't think it-
was October of 2019.
it was 2019 because it
Oh, you guys are talking about 2019. Yeah, yeah.
Because that was my homecoming weekend at my university, for my 10-year anniversary or reunion.
We had another oddity one this year in the beginning of the year too. Community Day.
Oh, you're in Dark 5? Okay. Oh, you already have a team.
But we need a prof.
Oh yeah, we need new pages too. We need
Oh.
new pages.
No,
we need new
I know.
foundables.
Yeah.
So
Well, and
bad.
at the beginning, a couple of the brilliant pages, we then saw like some of those foundables added to the regular registry, but we haven't gotten,
yeah,
We
the
haven't gotten
Marauders was the last one?
yeah, it's been.
Or was it the Slytherin page? I can't remember. One of those was the last one that we got, but that was
Yeah.
still a long time ago.
Or the Wheezes.
Oh,
one.
the Weasleys page.
But yeah, you're right. It's one of those three. It's one of those for sure.
But yeah, we haven't gotten.
Oh my
on
god,
in a
what is
while.
happening?
And I just think it's weird that like,
you get no reward.
they have the work obvious, like they have the images from the brilliant events that probably don't have to be manipulated that much. They could just then create regular versions of those pages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the Zubu and the
Yes.
whatever the other one was.
Well, it was the Graphorn. It was the Graphorn.
Oh, it was the Graphorn, right? I thought that they were gonna add that to the
Same.
to the registry.
Same. Gosh. Yeah, Josh, 2019 seemed like forever ago, for
2019,
sure.
it's just so. I was reading a blog post that I wrote in the first week of February this year, and it's interesting because it was about self-care and depression, and I'm like, wow, I did not know how many people were gonna need to know about this. I was so innocent the first week of February. We went to a big
Right.
party with other people. You know, we dressed up. We didn't wear masks. We danced in public. I mean, all sorts of wild behaviors.
Yep.
We had
The year was
community
just
meetup.
getting started, and then goodbye.
Yeah. Gosh, yeah. I'm really missing our community day meetups with my local group. Like we've met maybe twice or three times since the pandemic, but those was fun, man. It's just being in person because with you guys, like you guys is I love seeing you guys and especially cats in the chat, but like being tangibly able to be in front of a person who's gung-ho about this game and gets excited when you see a swooping evil and people are yelling swooping evil and everybody else is looking around like what are they doing, like yo, it's just us like just enjoying it. Like I miss that a lot, and gosh, I cannot wait till things get back.
I know.
For sure.
We so where we are in Georgia is really rural. So we had hosted a couple of small meetups kind of in our area with like 2 to 4 other people. So really small, no more than 6 total. But for events, we would kind of drive an hour south to be closer to Atlanta. We have a lot of Simon malls in Georgia. So we would just meet up at, a different mall and play with people. And it was so much fun because we would do like the 3 hours of community day itself and then do like another 2 hours of fortresses.
X.
Yeah,
And
we
a
would
lot
do
of-
some filming until security gave us the what's up.
Well, that was only one mall. The other malls didn't care that we filmed.
Dude, I got kicked out of a mall at the beginning of launch, so I can relate to that.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. And the funniest thing is that it was a video where like I'm still learning how to like do vlogs and storytelling and stuff, but we were trying to feature the different stores and stuff in the mall. So the video was actually about places where we spent money and encouraging other people to go to the mall and shop. And then when we got told off for filming, we were in this like random alcove where there weren't any stores and there weren't any people, but there was a pink wall. So that's why I was filming over there. And yeah, this guy like told us we couldn't film. Like, okay, dude, we were gonna film other stores and we were gonna spend more money, but that's fine. We'll stop. We'll take our money elsewhere.
We were gonna play the game that your mall sponsors and encourages people to come here and play, but whatever.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh. I think I've gotten kicked out a couple of times. Or just not so much kicked out, but just asked, put
Well,
the camera
Don't record,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm
I
like always
miss-
outside now.
I miss dark detector parties. So this is like a
Yes.
combination with what James was saying. Because like community days were always wild because so there's like this outdoor shopping mall that we would meet up at and do like laps literally around. And then sometimes, and this was also fun because like, I don't know, a few months in, a brewery opened in the shopping mall. So it'd be like,
Nice.
okay, let's hang out some more after
Ooh.
community day is
Nice.
over. And so then the pandemic happened, but whatever. But we would also, during community days, people would, because there's so many of us, stack dark detectors. And so it would be like a literal race. And it would be funny because we would have like our Facebook group chat on and just to have it open so that someone could be like, there was literally a picket there at an inn, and I missed it because I couldn't. They were like, "Oh, it's by this," and I couldn't find it because I didn't know the mall, like, or the outdoor area well enough because we had just moved there, and I was like, "I don't know where I'm going," so I missed the picket. But still, like the thrill of that, and just being like everyone just being hyped, and I don't know. Sharing time and just hanging out. It's something to do on a Saturday that also we were just like walking around. And like you're saying, Brita, also patroning some of our local places that it just like works so well together for like a location-based game to have something like that.
Yes.
So definitely, so we have like north of us, there's an outdoor outlet mall, and it's a Simon Mall. And so I visited that more often in the first like 2 months since when Wizards Unite came out than I had in the previous year and a half. And I spent so much money. Earmuffs, babe. Earmuffs. I spent so much money there. Like a lot of my pink t-shirts are from the children's store there. Oh yeah, you guys, most of my pink t-shirts are kids shirts. For some reason, they don't make shirts that say unicorn vibes, like for adults in pink sequins, like in sequins. I don't get it. But yeah, and like there's like a cupcake store there that's really good, and
well, hopefully we'll see when we can go back how many of them are still there. Unfortunately,
I know, because I haven't been there since the pandemic started. Like even though it's an outdoor mall, like people in Georgia just aren't careful. And I'm immunocompromised, so I like, and I wear glasses, so like I also don't like wearing a mask if I don't have to. So I'd rather just avoid people. Y'all understand? Y'all wear glasses. It's so
I know.
annoying.
Sometimes I put on my contacts because I can't.
Yeah. I took mine's off before I even came on stream because I was just like, no, I just got to get them off. But I mean, I know what it is. I honestly though, what messed me up about the whole like not being able to play with everyone here was we had a lot of stuff planned. We had a lot of meetups planned with other cities
Oh, cool.
up north in DC. We were coordinating stuff like, hey, during the summer, let's all meet up in a central location and play. I had stuff coordinated with Barnes and Nobles for like they always do a
What?
back to school thing for Harry Potter, and I was like, yo, I can talk about Harry Potter Wizards Unite. And they were like, all right, come on in. So I was like emailing, we were setting up stuff. Man, like I had so much stuff planned, and it just went
Yeah.
gone like once the pandemic happened, and I was just like I got to get back to it. But it's been cool because a lot of those vendors and people I was still I'm still currently in contact with, so hopefully soon, hashtag soon, when everything gets normal, we can do something because it the hype, the excitement to get the gathering, it just not only helped the people involved, but it helped those vendors as well bring
Yeah.
businesses to them. And so hopefully we can get back to that.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I definitely, think about the economic impact of not going places. Like, I mean, I will say we've saved a lot of money this year because I haven't been going to Target. So, um, Target really taps into my impulse shoppingness, and since I haven't really been going this year,
Hashtag not sponsored.
yeah. Hey, I mean, Target, if you want to sponsor me, I will talk about all of the Harry Potter merch that you have for sale. Bye, Nita. Thank you for joining us.
See you, Nita. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Get some sleep.
Yeah. And you guys, it is really hard to keep up with the chat. And normally I'm sitting there where Dan is, where I'm a lot closer to the screen to see. So.
John said we had a psycho CPA day planned, sigh. But that's every day for me, so laugh emoji.
I mean, honestly, like Dan and I we really enjoy traveling, and we were gonna travel more this year. I mean, the big thing was we were supposed to go to Europe for a month this year, which did not happen. And like I was talking to Zealman about it and be like, all right, if we come to Europe, when are you going to be at home so that like we can somehow arrange in a month, like go to London for a couple days and hang out?
Yeah.
But,
I was hoping they would have two fan fests and one would be in London. Like, gosh, can you imagine?
all right,
London
y'all.
5 stuff everywhere.
We
I would be
just
so hyped.
have to convince Warner Brothers and Niantic to sponsor us and pay for our expenses to London.
Or at least flights. Just flights. We'll pick up the rest.
Yeah. Oh, Joshua.
Never been to London,
that
and
would
I
be-
would gladly drop money for that.
Facts.
Joshua, I'm sorry to hear that you
Yeah.
had to miss that. Like, I'm really hoping that we all get to do our travels again in 2021.
I would love to go to London, not in November. It was a little cold.
Okay, so I used to live in France, and my not so secret favorite time of year to visit Paris is at the end of November. And it's because it is shoulder season, so it's not very popular, but everything is still open. And everything is already decorated for Christmas, but the Christmas crowds don't really show up until like more into December. And the weather's not that bad, especially if you've lived in Ohio.
No, Paris was not bad.
But London was a little cold. Like we spent a few days in London, and it was
Oh
pretty
my gosh,
cold.
that bus ride to Warner Brothers. Oh, I couldn't feel my toes for like days.
Yeah. That was really cool.
Oh my gosh, John. Seriously had tickets for opening day at Fantastic Beasts exhibit in
Oh,
London.
dude.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is so rough.
John. Hearts in the chat for John. Good Lord. That hurt.
Janine was supposed to go to Australia. Yeah.
Did they do the Harry Potter store in New York? Because that was supposed to be a thing this past summer too.
That sounds like a thing. Sounds accurate.
Seeing posts about it, but I never followed up on
Same.
Yeah.
what happened.
Same. Gosh, man. Yeah.
All right,
But
James
hey,
and Lynette, are you guys in a chamber right now?
I'm in a
no,
dark one.
I just
Okay.
finished one.
When Lynette finishes, do we want to get all four of us in a dark 5 to finish out the stream?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm
Right.
down.
So I will be beaconing, although we're ending the stream soon, but I'll be beaconing until Lynette finishes. So,
Okay.
um,
Harry Potter said the store is out. Okay. I didn't know that.
all right. Well, apparently, maybe we'll do a
That
meetup
was
in New
next
York
year.
and go visit the Harry Potter store.
I love New York. Love New York. I
I
used to
also
go
used to
every
live in New
year.
York.
We can find
Really?
a
What
platform
part?
9 3/4 at Grand Central.
I lived in Westchester County.
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
was a live-in au pair for a French family, so
Hmm.
it was fun.
So,
This is my first experience with a train.
I know.
Going to see her.
That's when we were dating long distance, and so, me living in New York, I have the city is just a walk and a train ride away. Instead, was spending my weekends Skyping with this guy, but it worked out.
courtship. Gotta love it. Courtship. Gotta love it.
Yep, fell in love over Skype. They say long
Wow.
distance relationships don't work out. They are a lot more
Yeah,
fun.
we
I don't-
did.
I don't remember if I saw. Remember that Instagram thing that we were all tagging each other in? I remember
Oh,
James
yeah.
and Sue. I don't remember if I saw you and Dan. Did y'all do that?
Yeah.
Don't remember. I mean, I know what you're
I
talking
forgot
about. Though, was
about
it?
that.
Was it
Y'all
Yeah.
were so little, James.
Was it where like you do the first picture together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, our first picture together was from August 2011 in Columbus, Ohio. Because I was there just for a summer internship, and Dan and I went on a handful of dates, and then I moved to New York. So,
Wow.
and I was like, so this has been fun, but I'm going to go be single in New York, which is going to be more fun. So, see ya.
And I'm like, I'm in the middle of cornfields, so I'm going to Skype with you as much as I can anyway.
Aw.
And yeah, I just decided our first Skype date, we talked for 4 hours, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just like see what happens with this. So, John says he lived in Spanish Harlem for 6 months and then Hell's Kitchen for a year. Wow.
Yeah, I
Ashley
lived
lived in New
in
York City for a year and a half.
Harlem.
Joshua, thanks
I
for
was there for 3
joining.
months.
I completely hear you on spell energy, but I have enough for one last challenge.
I got one more left in me before I fall asleep.
Yeah. Y'all, this is usually when Dan has fallen asleep.
Yeah, I'm usually up, but around this time I'm usually putting Sue to bed, and then
Oh, that's what
everyone
I
else is
do.
asleep.
Well, I mean, so I usually give Dan his goodnight kiss, and then I read for like another hour. So, I was actually talking to my therapist about that this week, about, Dan and me learning to live with each other and our different habits.
Mhm.
And so, I used to be a night owl, and I am still more of a night owl than Dan is, but we've gotten to a good place where I am in bed before he falls asleep most nights, and then I just read for a while because I can't go, like I usually cannot go to sleep before 10 o'clock. Like that's my body will not let me sleep that early, whereas he is usually asleep well before 10.
Well before. Especially this time of year when it starts getting dark, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like 6:30, totally bedtime.
I will say, like, when we were in Ohio for Thanksgiving, you know, because it's a little further north, so of course it gets dark earlier. That was me, like, every single night. I was like, ugh. It's like time for bed, right? And then, yeah, look at the clock and it's 7. Although, in my defense, it's because we usually started drinking at 4.
I mean, when you're with family, it's kind of a requirement.
Well, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Every time I hang out with Jeff's family, I'm like, all right, guys, bye, guys. We're just going to drink some. Were y'all there? I don't know who was here in the chat when Jeff started talking about our drinking habits. And I was like, bro, stop telling the internet. Because he was basically like, if Lynette and I open a bottle of wine, we usually finish it. And I was like, stop. Can you stop?
So is this where I admit that a bottle of wine lasts us 2 nights?
Well,
Not
the
even mad, I'm
conversation,
impressed.
I think it was the point being that I drink casual or just a single glass of wine and I'm fine with it. And if we're opening wine together, it's like, well, the bottle's open, might as well drink it. I don't know. I don't know why we started talking about this, but
That's okay.
like, Jeff, stop.
If we open a bottle of sparkling wine, then what
You can't let it go flat.
What usually happens, we have a pressure capper, so we could, like, put in the fridge for mimosas for the next day. What usually ends up happening is Dan has, like, 2 champagne glasses full, and then I drink the rest of the bottle. So I just really like sparkling wine, like, a lot. It's really good. So my attempt at self-control for alcohol is that I only drink on weekends and special occasions, but I count any day that we're with either of our family as a special occasion.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
All right, I'm out of the chamber, so I'm ready for a dark 5.
All right, Dark 5 party.
All right. See if I get a reward.
See, I haven't done a magical games and sports yet.
Probably not.
Wow.
At this rate, no.
Yeah. We got Cindy
No luck for you.
bringing up
That
the
was
wolf
fast.
pack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I gotta compete with Cindy on every beast now.
Well, good thing there's 5,000 of them that you can just take your pick.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so I don't have to worry about putting on any weakening.
Can you give me one more? There you go. Okay. I'll start with proficiency. Why not?
I shielded you, Dan,
Thank you.
so you can live longer.
Live longer.
Live long and prosper.
True, we do have 2 bad disease.
Yes.
Yeah, you're in good hands.
Okay, Rita. The race to be the 5th player in the Dark 5. Yeah. Cindy won that contest, y'all.
Quietly lurking. Gosh, there's 2 elite acros.
Oh, man, look at this, right?
Cindy, are you doing bravery? I don't have any potions. Well, everyone
Oh
knows
my
that.
God.
Surprise,
I have
surprise.
potions. I have so many potions.
I was like, ooh, I could pop a invigoration. I was like, wait,
Well,
I don't have any.
When we finish this,
Gotta
I
go
need
the
to go through my
traditional way.
inventory and admit how much I've hoarded. It's
Okay,
a problem.
I need to be
an
revived.
intervention.
You're back.
Thank you. That was fast.
All right, so am I supposed to be giving James then my focus?
You're supposed to give it to professors. You never want to give it to Magis. But good gracious, there's 3 elites that are
I
all
get the elites
beasts.
done, man.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
shielded. So.
I'll drop a potion, start taking mine out.
Okay, well, it looks
All
like
right.
we have bravery and proficiency out, so.
Yep, we do. So we can start tackling these cats.
Maybe I can actually mark my
Yes.
potions queue and start some for overnight.
There you go. There you go.
John is telling you
Take all the pixies? No, I will fight people for the pixies.
Yeah, no kidding. Dan knows better.
Oh yeah, Brita's in here too.
Right? Okay,
Brita will also fight people.
We have 2 profs. We do not need an aura taking our pixies.
Exactly.
The one aura. We need them doing their own work.
Who will win? Pixie Gate. We'll see what happens.
A
Here,
new
well, now
series
I'll
on
throw you
live
some
streams.
focus too, rather than giving it all to Brita like I usually do.
We're all on the same team. It's fine.
It's true.
Just trying to
Okay.
make sure I get something as a reward. So
Yeah,
weird.
hopefully it's just a visual bug. Do you know what your like
Yeah.
starting numbers were for? Well,
I
you'd have to know
do
your
know
starting numbers for
for
everything. That would be really hard.
well, I stayed with the Magical Games and Sports
Okay.
runestone, so that wasn't too hard to track. I know I started came in at about like 304, so
Okay.
with the Slytherin banner. So see if
I've
I
got a
still
2 so far. It's
nice.
it's a grind, man. Trying to find these
Gosh, right?
banners.
I don't see the Gryffindor banner anymore now. I'm just like, what is going
Honestly,
on?
I'm so tired of like doing them specifically for events that I've just stopped on that because I have pages that are on bronze and they've like I've placed everything else multiple times because if
Mm,
I'm always trying to work towards an event foundable, like because I don't do these a lot. Like I'll especially the ones where you get a guaranteed frag. Like I don't do Dark 5 basically unless I'm live streaming. Or if I'm joining one of y'all's live
mm,
streams. Um,
right.
and normally, like, my night bus during the day is throughout the day, I'll do a total of maybe 6 challenges, no higher than 4 is 3, because that's how much time I have. And
Uh,
um, so I'm finally just doing mysterious artifacts right now because that opal necklace has been taunting me for a really long time. So,
mm, yes. That was talking to me for a minute. I forgot about that one. Yeah. I'm just excited. I wonder if the bug is because of the shakeup in the challenge registry now with the
could be.
adversaries
Oh yeah,
coming.
I would
because they
not be
removed the
surprised.
The old registry logos at least. Well, the complete
the
registry.
Yeah,
posters.
they removed the
Yeah, yeah,
posters because we'll see the new
yeah,
registries coming in soon. That's a
yeah,
really good hypothesis because we knew something was gonna break.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
who had bets on
I'm like,
challenge rewards? Who put that one
I
down?
don't think anyone did.
nobody,
Dang it!
nobody.
Oh, you know what
I
though?
will
My
try to
bet was
exploit the trace
something
rhyme though.
unrelated will
Oh yeah.
break, and technically it's unrelated to adversaries. So,
Yeah, that is true. Technically,
technically.
technically,
Hey, technically
but
correct is
yeah.
Oh
the best kind of correct.
yeah, 'cause that's a really sweet gift, and I do kind of understand, like especially, when I was still drinking wine on weeknights, I would meal plan so that 2 nights in a row would go well with red wine.
You don't have to
Oh,
finish it if you don't
To
want to.
it was
finish
the
it.
partial, so
Yeah.
Mm.
but now that it's
Oh, thank you.
mostly on the weekends,
I'm gonna be lazy on this last one.
it's a little bit easier for the bottle to go.
What is happening?
Bat bogey victory.
Oh no, that's the worst.
No,
Well, at least we're done on the stream, so you don't have to worry about
You're-
getting back on the night bus.
right? But if
Yeah,
You're
if he didn't get any, well, I mean, he hasn't been getting his.
okay.
Okay,
I was gonna say
that's
you were worried about getting the rewards. You got kicked off. Restart.
All right. So how many
Well-
times am I leveling up the challenge?
That is okay. That's a great question. That's how we're gonna finish this out real quick. We're gonna see how much
One.
and keep in mind, I was actually checking on my other phone to level up challenges in between doing challenges.
All
Mm.
right.
Okay.
So these
okay.
are not totally
Smart.
accurate.
So 4 times, but then I'm also placing the last wand on Dumbledore's Army 2 and prestiging to gold.
Nice.
Nice, nice, nice.
So yeah, the wand pages are definitely where the what do we call it, fragment gate
Yeah.
gate screwed me over because I've definitely done more wizarding challenges than Dan has. So the fact that he has so many more gold pages now in the challenges registry than I do because that
Mm.
Because I realized Niantic, when something new comes out, you hold off and wait a couple of weeks and see what's wrong with it.
yeah, whereas me, I'm like,
Smart.
I'm gonna be the guinea pig so I can, tell everybody on Twitter and Facebook. So
I have no patience.
yeah.
I'm just
So
going.
I'm gonna do a final check on the campaign. If I can find my hit refresh. All right, so we were at $2,695, which is amazing. So I want to thank Gwen and Julie and Blue Green and Young James, Jasper Jack, Tazaka, Lily, Caitlin, Snazaroon, and of course, Mr. L. Desai? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. Big donation of the night with $800. So you guys are awesome. I really appreciate all of you hanging out with us tonight and making donations and also like sharing this with everybody else. So just keep spreading the word so that you know this this campaign will be live through the end of the month. What?
I still can't collect my last potion because my vault's still full.
Yeah.
Wow, what a struggle.
Well, that's like your life is so hard, Dan.
And
So hard.
yes,
So hard.
I have 72.
It must be nice to have potions.
And of course, thank you to Lynette and James for hanging out with us tonight. It's really fun getting to do group streams, and we all have different schedules, so this magic doesn't always get to happen.
For sure.
But especially since I just told them about this like Monday.
Monday, yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we can help you pre-time. So, and I'll be posting on social media. Remember, there will be discount codes for Witches Unite merch and Wizards Unite Hub merch. There will also be a giveaway for a Wizard PhD pin, and then there will be a giveaway for something from the XpectoGO shop as well. So stay tuned for all of that fun stuff. Okay.
Awesome.
I think that's it.
Thank you guys. And
everyone.
shout out to Brita for doing all of this. So thank you, Brita. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. That's it. It's 10 o'clock exactly. So we're going to
Nighttime. Good night.
Au revoir, witches. Okay. Thank you guys. This was super fun.